Hey, hello everybody, and welcome to my office. Sorry what it looks like, but today is September 1st, 2015. In these videos, I want to talk, which I call FunFlyFPV Drone Talk. We'll do near real-time production, meaning I won't do any editing really on the video, so there'll be mistakes and stuff, but I am doing near real-time production of content that deals with my daily development in drone technology. And by development, I mean my progress and growth in the hobby. So you can call it my video blog or vlog or anything like that. So I'm just, as I learn. On the right-hand side over here, you will see a feed, a Twitter feed on the word drones. And, that's just to show how active the word drone or drones are nowadays on the internet. And, of course, I'm not producing that content. It's just a feed. But you'll see it constantly update as people post new content about drones on Twitter. So what I want to talk about in this episode, as it notes down the bottom here, is airblades versus cheap airblades. So this is a standard airblade from IBCrazy, and it's a very well known. This is a left-hand circular polarized airblade, and I want to compare that. Somebody sold me this, and they called it a Chinese knockoff or a cheap knockoff, and it's a UBAD Shuriken airblade antenna. So these are FPV antennas, of course, 5.8 gigahertz, and both of them are left-hand polarized. And you'll see that they are almost identical. So, I know that IBCrazy came out with this one first, and this seems to be just a straight-out clone. So, when I spoke to somebody about it, they mentioned that, the IBCrazy, for instance, has some filtering or something going on over here in this thicker part of his antenna. And that same thicker part appears in this what we'll call the Chinese clone, but apparently there's nothing there. So I don't know if that's really true. Of course I don't want to cut it open and see. So I'll just do a straight out test and see how they compare in the real world. One thing I can tell you, the IBCrazy one, you can bend it and it will come back to its original position. And this guy, I can bend it and it stays in that position, which I kind of like. But if it's not a good antenna, then what's the use? But that's the two I want to compare. So in the next day or two, I'm actually going to see if I can make a little comparison video between those two and put them head to head and see how they compare. So the other thing I wanted to say was, let's look at just the pricing of these two antennas. So let me swap over to that quickly. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, there we go. We found it. Let's go and show you the little screen over here. So here's the UBAD from UBAD drone. And it seems like they come in at about $19.99, and that's for a single antenna. So I don't see any real reviews on it. and you know, it's got a SMA 5 low, and awesome new 5.8, and it says you can go farther and faster. Okay, very interesting. So the traditional AirBlade, though, from IBCrazy, there's two versions. Left-hand polarized, there's this race spec one, which is shorter than the one that I have here, and is said to be more rigid. They increased this ball over here to make it more rigid, and this one's at $26.99. But I think a more straight comparison, the one that I have here is the traditional AirBlade. It's this guy, and they are $64.99 a set. So my understanding is that you know, I only have one, and I paid about $30 for it. So this would work out to about $32 for one, and that's the one that I have. So that's what we'll compare it. So you know, if you look at it, I would say that the UBAD one, or the Chinese clone, is about what, 30% cheaper. So this one's about 30% cheaper than the one from the original by IBCrazy. So let's go ahead and compare them and see how they work. So in the next day or two I'll be doing that, and in the next day or so we'll also be flying down at the Atlanta Maker Fair to do some testing. I think that's coming up tomorrow evening, and I might have some video from that tomorrow. So that's what's happening here. We'll do some testing, and thank you, and hope everybody has a good evening, and we'll speak soon again. Thank you.